Hey gearheads, Jay Leno here. We love cars with character, right? Well, Volvo's story is as unique as a Swedish summer night. It's a story about building cars that last, that keep you safe, that are more than just metal and rubber. It's a story about Swedish ingenuity. Back in 1927, two guys named Assar Gabrielsson and Gustaf Larsson had a vision. They wanted to build cars for Sweden's tough roads and demanding weather. Their first car, the OV4, nicknamed Jakob, wasn't about fancy frills. It was about getting from point A to point B, no matter what. Safety was in Volvo's DNA from day one. They used strong steel and clever engineering. Volvo knew that protecting the driver was the most important thing. Little did they know, this focus on safety would become their trademark. This commitment to quality and safety made those early Volvos famous. They could handle anything you threw at them. People started to notice. Volvo was building more than cars, they were building a reputation. Now let's talk about those boxy Volvos from the 70s and 80s. Yeah, they weren't sleek or sporty looking, they were like the reliable friend who always wore sensible shoes. But man, were they built to last. Those 240s and 740s were like tanks on wheels. You could drive them for 1,000,000 miles and they'd just keep going. And safe? You could practically crash one into a brick wall and you'd walk away without a scratch. Well, maybe not literally, but you get the idea. They were also incredibly practical. Those wagons could haul anything you could fit in them. Families loved them, college professors loved them. Even some hipsters secretly loved them. They were the anti-car car. They weren't trying to be cool, they were too busy being awesome. By the 1990s, Volvo decided to inject some excitement into their lineup. They still cared about safety, of course, but they wanted to show the world that they could build a car that was both safe and fun to drive. Enter the 850 T5R. This thing was a sleeper. It looked like a regular family sedan, but under the hood was a turbocharged engine that could really move. People were blown away. Volvo, the company known for building tanks, had built a sports car. The 850 T5R changed everything. It showed the world that Volvo could be both safe and exciting. It paved the way for a new generation of Volvos, cars that were just as fun to drive as they were to be seen in. The 2000s saw a real transformation for Volvo. They were now owned by Geely, a Chinese company with big ambitions. And boy did things change. Gone were the boxy designs of old, replaced by sleek, modern lines. Think Scandinavian chic meets automotive elegance. Volvo embraced technology like never before. Their cars were now packed with all the latest gadgets and gizmos, touchscreen displays, advanced safety features, you name it. They even jumped headfirst into the electric car game, with models like the XC40 Recharge. But through all these changes, one thing remained constant: Volvo's unwavering commitment to safety. They continued to innovate, developing new technologies to protect drivers, passengers, and even pedestrians. From the very beginning, Volvo has been obsessed with safety. They were the first to introduce the three-point seatbelt, a feature that has saved countless lives. They've been pioneers in crash testing, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But it's not just about technology, it's about a philosophy, a belief that every life is precious and worth protecting. That's why Volvo continues to invest heavily in safety research, working tirelessly to make their cars even safer. So whether you're cruising in a classic 240 wagon or a cutting-edge electric SUV, remember that you're driving a piece of automotive history. You're driving a car that represents decades of innovation, craftsmanship, and an unwavering commitment to safety, and that's something to be proud of. Now, go out there and enjoy the ride, and tell me, what's your